Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Resilience Icebars Festival Show. Your host, and German Ambassador for Mind Control, Mindset Excellence, Unbreakable, Resilient, Performance, Perfect Health, and a Warrior Mindset. Peak Performance, a Warrior Mindset, guys. A Warrior Mindset. As you can see, I have my book with me. I present you again the back cover. The back cover is just as beautiful and masterfully designed as the front cover. Now, guys, in my last session we spoke about serving, and I always want you to keep that in mind. That is so important to help, to be kind, to serve. You know, do some stuff for free. It makes you feel free. It makes you actually free. It makes you actually feel amazing, guys. You feel free. And you know, I'm all about to help you guys to have a beautiful, happy, healthy, adventurous, fulfilled, you know, life full of abundance, a life in abundance, you know, like a life limitless, live joyful. And today's topic could be as well talk a bit about joy again. You know, right now we're obviously facing a time which most of us never ever have experienced before. Crazy times, guys, crazy times, super dark, super negative, and quite dangerous as well. So I want to pass on, guys, just be careful not to make some wrong decisions now, and for people who have made the wrong decision, I send out my prayers, and you know, we should not judge people either way. Never, you know. It's always people have their reasons to make the decisions, and as we know, your decisions are going to shape your destiny. And you know, that might be no good or bad, right or wrong. They're just different outcomes, as some people always say. And it's a smart saying, actually, because there are different outcomes, and we have to be aware of that, alright? Now, guys, talking about joy again, joy is just something really amazing. Really amazing to have joy and happiness in your life. Happiness, joy, you know, feel happy. You know, we have so much negativity and depression in all our lives. We see it on a daily basis. To stay away from that is an art, guys. It is an art to stay away from negativity and from naysayers, because we are surrounded by them. Unfortunately, guys, and I know it always sounds harsh and people always get offended, we live in the absolute weakest, fattest, softening society ever. You know, people are the weakest and sickest and fattest ever. The most depressed, most superficial, most artificial, and also, unfortunately, fake. You know, there's a lot of fake stuff, and people do all sorts of things for the wrong reasons. And that's not good, guys, you know. Just make sure you mind your own business and you try to improve yourself first, because there's always so much to do in our own lives, in our own personality, you know, self-improvement, personal development, as they say, guys. And I personally have spent a lot of money in my personal development. If I tell you that number, you will not believe it, but it's true. It is over $200,000. More, much more, you know, in all the courses I've done, and all this stuff, you know, like and Tony Robbins and Thought Leaders and now Business Blueprint and all the university stuff and all this stuff I've done. I spent a fortune in my education and my personal development. And I'm happy I did, because it all made me the person I am now. Super strong, super resilient, you know, just happy. Happy for no reason. It sounds sometimes even silly, you know. People always ask me, how can you be so happy even now? And, you know, I always say, even, of course, this time now we're facing really something really bad. But before that, you know, like, people were always sad and depressed as well. And I always pointed out that our parents and grandparents had a much harder draw, you know, had to work much harder, much longer, you know, they didn't have all the fancy technology we have now with internet and mobile phones and, you know, all the stuff we have now, which makes our life obviously heaps easier. But at the same token, obviously, it makes our life as well more complicated. We are overloaded with information, big time, guys. Information overload all the way through, and people get lost. You know, now people are, you know, get depressed. They didn't get enough likes on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever. And who gives a damn fuck, guys? Seriously, excuse my French. That's all, like, it means nothing. You know, it's good for business, of course. I'm as well looking at my social media and see engagement. I try to tune it up. But in the end of the day, it means nothing, guys. There are sometimes robots, sometimes, you know, bots, sometimes even people hit click or hit not. It doesn't matter. You have to run your own show. You have to make that you are the captain of your soul, that you are driving your bus, guys. Super important, you know, that you're in charge. Look at your own life, you know, and apply the things we know now, which are so true and, you know, proven by research and science million times over and over. And one thing is obviously cold exposure, cold and hot. Sauna at the same time. And if saunas are closed, you have to obviously switch to maybe take a hot bath every now and then, and keep going. Do your cold showers, do your training. Exercising is so important, guys. You don't have to exercise like crazy, like an elite athlete. It depends on each person, but we have to move every day, guys. Every day we have to move. Every day we actually should have a little sweat. We should have a little sweat. Heart rate up, little sweat, get all the stuff in our skin cleaned out, get all this the sweating, literally sweating the stuff out, the toxins and all the bad stuff, We need to sweat. We need to have a little bit of a spike with our heart rate, And that goes up into old age. Now there's so much research out there, that even people in their 70s and 80s, they're encouraged to do some exercise, even lifting some light weights, and do some little, obviously depending on your age and your condition, of course, you might not be able to do some crazy interval workouts or hit stuff, but it doesn't have to be, guys. If you do an hour walk in the sun, or if the sun is not out, it could be cloudy or even raining, you are home and host. That's already like an amazing procedure if you do an hour walking a day, because that hour you will be outside. You can enjoy, the sky, the sun, the fresh air. You always get some sun, even if it's cloudy. So you get some vitamin D. Nevertheless, the sun might not be completely out, and then obviously your eyes, it's super healthy for your eyes to be outside and look far and look around and watch the birds, do some follow the birds, how they're flying around. That's all what we are built for, made for millions of years, guys. We are not made to sit in front of a freaking computer or mobile phone all day and stare at a little box. And then of course, on top of that, mobile phone, computers, and then people watch the fucking edit books, fucking for hours a day. 4 or 5 hours on average, plus computer, plus phones. That's why people are so weak and depressed now, guys. We simply are not moving anymore. Not at all in some cases, not at all. We don't move at all anymore. And we obviously sit on our bums, and we are not bum human beings, We are not made to sit on our bums all day. We are made to move around and do some stuff like all the people have done or still do in the blue zones, which have obviously, the longest living people in the world, and they have one thing in common: they move all day. They eat very healthy as well, they spend time outdoors, they're active, and that's why they live so long. There are a couple other things, but that's one of the common denominators they have, right? Guys, I think we've been sitting here again for 8 hours, for 8 minutes, and I guess that's good enough for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. For tuning in again. Here's the book again, guys, the crazy book, the Warrior Mindset book. Get your hands on it, Just hit me up on social media for now until the website's up and running, and I send you the copy. Crazy Warrior Mindset, guys. Peace out, stay strong, and I love you all, guys. Bye for now. Bye for now.